Welcome to Goodnight Book with Erica and Nate.
Minnesota is redoing its state flag, and there was a huge competition. It's like an open call for people to design the flag, and so there were like 1,000 submissions, and some of them are really good. The finalists are really interesting. They're like super graphic and simple. I was surprised.
Like graphic, like guts and stuff, and or like nude, a lot of nudity.
Eye popping out. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, we're real horror movie buffs in this.
It's Jesse Ventura.
Hey, is that what he
face
says?
Being ripped off. He says, "Yeah, hey." You're thinking of Fonzie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
I'm confused.
No, it's understandable. They were both in Predator. They're gonna put me right on the flag. If they put me on the flag, then I'll go out there and I'll just rip them all up. We'll just do it. We'll do it right. You know what I mean? Well, that's the best I can do.
Wow. I mean, I was there for most of that. I could picture it.
Obviously, today we're talking about Love You Forever by Robert Munsch, and illustrated by Sheila McGraw. Boy. Let me tell you this is my review. Well, I won't love this forever.
That's good. That's a good segment.
I wouldn't say this whole segment.
I think after reading this book again, I'll read my synopsis in a second. I feel like this book is a perfect candidate for, is this child better or worse than the child in The Giving Tree?
I was
Compare
definitely thinking
the boundaries
Tree
of this book to the boundaries of The Giving Tree.
I guess it's like what the Giving Tree has going for it is that the tree can't move around. The tree can't chase the guy down.
Chase the child across the.
It's got to be on his terms. He's not. That tree's not breaking into anyone's
other
homes.
people's houses. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is interesting.
Okay,
this is gonna be interesting. I love this book, as you know. So go ahead. Just kidding.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I had it read to me. Yeah. I don't have it anymore.
I had it read to you. It does make you sound like a victim of it, which I think is appropriate.
Yeah. I used to read this as much as I could, which was like twice in all of Olive's childhood, and then I gave it away at the soonest opportunity. But the synopsis that I have written for us today is that it is a mother's song that narrates the various stages of her son's life. It's not entirely accurate. At the end, the son returns to comfort her. At the end, you know what I mean? End. It's very literal, not a metaphor to be found, but it could have been. And it always makes me cry. So I get real pissed.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. Here's my synopsis. Well, I'll just, spoiler alert, I hate this book so much. It disturbs me, upsets me, and then I did, choke up at the end.
Every time.
It's basically when he becomes a dad, because then I'm like, hey, that's like me. Before that, I'm like, what's this fucking bitch doing? And then I'm like, hey, look at that guy. That's like me. Hey, I have a daughter.
And he cooks.
Well, I don't do that.
Oh.
But I cook, you know what I mean? Like when I'm on the keyboard.
Yeah.
On my Casio tone, man, I really cook. Oh boy. Oh man.
We're cooking with?
Now we're cooking. Yeah, I was going to say that, but then I was like, I don't have it. No.
Sorry, yours. Please. So sorry.
Yes. A mom and a son brag about their very codependent and inappropriate relationship. I talked really quiet there and soft because I leaned forward to read, but my face got really close to the microphone because I don't have my glasses on.
Oh.
So let me read it with a little more pizzazz. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. A mom and a son brag about their very codependent and inappropriate relationship. There. I don't know if the son was really bragging about it. I feel like, but it does seem like he's pleased about it. Does he know what's been happening? That's like part of what I want to know.
I guess, yeah. Okay, let's pick this book apart. Well, maybe clarify what it is if people don't know. This is a book, though, I think everybody effing gets at their baby shower, which is...
At a time, especially, I think there was a real era where this was happening.
Pushed, yeah.
It was also featured in a Friends episode.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, funny.
The one where Ross's mom
Monica
breaks
dies?
into his house.
Okay.
No, I don't know which one it was. It was a baby shower or something, and Joey performs a dramatic reading of this book, I think.
That's funny.
So this is also, maybe this will make up for the failed Matthew Perry tribute.
I listened to that episode, and I think we did a great job.
Okay, because we were feeling bad about it, that it was so terrible, that it seems like a sad tribute to even mention. It's almost like pissing on his grave is, I think, what
is how we describe
the New York Times said. But hey,
what is this podcast?
No
Why
press.
am I here?
Why am I here? No press is bad press. Is that what they say?
Mm-hmm.
And that is, of course, a reminder to check out Press Here, last week's episode, if you haven't checked that out yet. I'm doing a lot of cross promo right now.
Yeah.
It's synergy. So I did a little Bobby Munsch deep dive. I went to his website, and the pictures on his website are like so embarrassing. He looks like he's trying to look surprised and silly. Like there was this is a specific reference, but do you remember the Bombay Bicycle Club ads by any chance?
Oh my God, no, but I remember that place. That was like before Club 5, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I just remember the commercials, and there was one where there was a guy like, get a little crazy, and there was a guy with jumbo shrimp and holding them over his eyes like they were eyebrows, going.
Mm-hmm.
And
this does sound like a dad being like, dad crazy.
And so this guy's pictures remind me of that guy. Also reminds me of a Canadian, and turns out he moved to Guelph, Ontario in 1975.
Yeah,
so
he's described as he's the paperback princess. Okay.
He's the paperback. Yeah, he's described as the paperback princess because of his success.
That'd be a really weird one. No, that's a good book.
The Paperback Prince.
All of these pictures are that. Is it because he's named? Is he related to the artist who did the Scream? Is that why he's doing that?
It seems weird that he wouldn't illustrate it. Is that why he did what? Is that why he exists?
The pose that he's doing?
I don't think so. That would be... Oh, you think that's why he's doing it? Wow,
I'm looking it up.
That is a deep dive. Okay,
nah, it's spelled differently, but it is a similar pose. The guy's going like this.
He's doing more like this, too.
Yeah,
like some of them are just
hands.
like, surprised. It's like, oh, it sucks. It just sucks. And I was like, wow, this looks Canadian. And then it turns out he's totally...
It's like his thing. He does it in different eras of his life.
I know. I mean, I guess
maybe he was trained in mime.
Maybe he just was never expected to have his picture taken. So he really was surprised all those times. Like every time he's got this like long-standing relationship with a paparazzi photographer that he hires to take all of his pictures, but he makes him hide. Like it's like a Clouseau, really like a Clouseau and Kato situation.
That's a good
we should cover Pink Panther children's book series.
Oh, well, I have a whole new idea for a direction this podcast can go, but we can table that conversation.
Okay. Well, good, because I'm fucking sick of this.
What are we even talking about today? Okay, well, this book.
Another interesting, before we get into it, another interesting
Tell me more about Bobby.
Not about Bobby. This isn't about Bobby anymore. It's about Sheila. Sheila McGraw is, of course, Dr. Phil's wife. And you can kind of tell, because those dogs don't, I don't know. I've got nothing for Dr. Phil. That's not really Dr. Phil's wife, I don't think.
I figured, but I was waiting for the punchline.
It is actually... Oh, no punchline. Sorry. I don't do those anymore. Mm. It's anti-comedy. Have you heard of it? It's actually the crime dog, Crunch McGraw. What's his name?
McGruff.
Yeah, but his first name is Sheila, I'm pretty sure. And they're actually married. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Is that your fun fact? Okay.
That's my fun fact. So let's talk about this book. You liked it a lot.
I do not like it. I feel totally manipulated by it, and then also
upset.
Yeah, just like The Giving Tree. There's a lot of parallels for me where, okay, so she's loves this newborn baby. She's rocking the baby. It's a little bit, it's got like a cadence to this book, so it could be fun to read. Except then once the baby starts to grow up and she starts to get annoyed with it, the more it's growing up, there's just more realities to this child of hers that aren't like sweet and innocent. But then every night when the child is asleep, she sneaks in to peep at it and sing to it.
Strong woman, by the way. Wow.
Yeah, I know. Very, very intentional. Then the child moves out and he's no longer a child. Moves across town. And one of the scenes is like her in a truck with a ladder on top to orchestrate a break-in through the window.
Wait, so that's like the other thing that I picked up on this reading was that premeditation.
Mm-hmm.
That it wasn't like she went over there and was like, hey, there's a ladder up here. I guess I could.
No, she drives over with a ladder. It's like a 70-year-old should not be on a ladder.
Yeah.
Should not be breaking into your child's house. If you need to all of this just feels like you didn't need to sneak. Go into that room and sing that song while they're dozing off.
Because his mom is like, the kid would probably be like, leave me the fuck alone, Mom. Jesus Christ, this is not cool.
Well, but then do it while they're conscious.
But that's what he wouldn't. That's what I mean. Like he would be like, no, you have already, you said you wanted to send me to the zoo. And ever since then,
we're fighting.
Ever since then, I think you love me. So
yeah.
So get out of here. And that's, but also, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Why does he sleep so hard?
Yeah,
He's got,
seriously.
like some sort of sleep disorder or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or is she drugging him?
That's true.
I think that's what I think happened.
Okay. Well.
Okay.
How
scary? I wanted to ask you a question. How scary are you as a mom? Like, how inappropriately attached are you as a mom? On a scale of 1 to 10, would you ever climb into her window to cradle her?
No.
Do you want to send her to a zoo?
Do I want to send her to a zoo? No. Sometimes I want to send her to overnight camp, but that's really more for her own good. She won't go.
She won't. What if she was an overnight zoo camp?
Then yes, I feel like that's a win-win. She would probably really get something out of that. I don't think I'm creepy.
No.
I don't think when she was a baby, I would sneak in, and occasionally when she's sick, I would sneak in and put my hand on her to make sure she was breathing. Like I had that kind of paranoia.
Oh yeah, breathing checks. I do it via video. I've developed like a system. So if I zoom all the way in, it's like low res enough that it's like you can see pixels. So you can actually see like pixels moving slightly when they breathe.
Oh, there you go.
So I would just sit like perfectly still, hold my breath like it was. Yeah. And now it's like nothing. Now I'm like, who cares? Like almost like, what am I going to do about it?
You've allowed life to just take its course.
Yeah, no, okay. I'm just like, whatever. Yeah, at least they're not crying.
Yeah.
Not really, but a little bit. Just like there's a lot of shit to worry about now. Okay, and we've got some reps here. You guys have done fine. And they're both like big enough now where they have like
fully formed lungs,
the wherewithal, and like they can pull their face out of stuff if they gotta.
Yeah.
Although sometimes 80 does sleep like it looks like he fell down. Like he'll sleep face down, completely face down, with his hands like at his side, palms up. Just like as though he just fell out of space and landed there.
Doesn't turn his head to the side?
I mean, he does eventually, but sometimes I'll look at him and he'll just be like,
Oh
but he'll
God.
like have a stack of stuff that his face is buried into, kind of like his puppy and his.
I do envy them that like deep
blanket.
sleep.
Yeah, I know.
I don't have it. I think it's just like they don't have the worries of the world. That's what wakes me up. And sometimes Brett's snoring.
Yeah. Well, 80 has me snoring, but it doesn't seem to bug him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I mean. They are so deeply sleepy. Although
that would be nice. And they can sleep for like 12 hours. Mm-hmm. Last time I slept for 12 hours, I was 2.
Probably.
It's true, I remember it. I was like, I feel so well rested. And that was the best sleep of my life. Like forever, I mean. In the future as well, I think.
Mama, I just peeked. Yeah.
Mama, I peeked. Shut up.
Yeah.
I'm sending you to the fucking zoo.
Yeah, that's what really happened. Why do you think this book is so
cool,
popular?
I think it was just for like a minute there. I don't know. I feel like it's the emotional thing at the end. Maybe enough dudes choked up that it was like novel. Or it's just like, is it just like, because it's definitely it's, you know how that the places you'll go book became like a graduation
the graduation
present?
gift. Yep.
Like, I think it just becomes a fad and then it is just done. And it's like, I guess I don't know how nobody thought it was really fucked up like right away. I don't know how it like escaped the ire of sarcasm. Like the internet wasn't big enough yet.
Yeah. True. And I do feel like, yeah, of course you can poke a lot of holes in this. Like, I mean, okay, so here's my problem. Why does she have to, there's a couple, going back to like the weirdness of her crawling into the room at night. Like, why crawling? Like, she think like, then she can hide if he wakes up, and that's cool. Like, why wouldn't you just walk in and then stand there and be like, "Are you asleep? Okay, then I'm gonna sing to you." Like, there's always this. Like, the sneaking is a little weird to me. Just if they're asleep, then just walk in and you sing your song.
Yeah, it is really weird.
And also, like, how does he know the song if she only ever sang it to him while he was deeply asleep and his grown mother broke into his house and rocked him?
It doesn't say that she didn't sing it other times. Maybe that's she sang it constantly. Mm-hmm. Maybe she was insane. He looks like a cartoonist, yes? Doesn't Robert Munsch, the guy, look like a cartoonist?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like he's the guy that made Dilbert or whatever. Or Wizard of Id.
You mean like based on his like personality? That's
just like what he looks
stuff?
like and the choices he's eating. Like he's got like a black, like mock turtleneck or something, and like and just like white background. I don't know, and he's big smile and bulbous features. I don't know, he just really looks like a cartoonist. And so it just makes me, I don't know, something about him weirds me out that he wrote this like it was a joke, or like it was. He knew it was weird. You know what I mean?
Well,
or like, is the whole, you know how the Giving Tree is like, something is less weird about it because it's got a deep metaphor, so you can just take it at its surface a little more easily. Mm-hmm. And you can interpret it a little differently if you want to, if you don't think, if you're not cynical like we are. But this is so direct that if there's a metaphor, well, you can't put a metaphor and make it look so close to the real thing.
I know. That's my main critique of this, is it's so literal. And I think that's the other thing that makes me kind of appreciate, like, as you're saying just now, I do kind of appreciate the fact that the Giving Tree was not, well, I mean, it is on the nose, but at least it's a metaphor that is like curious and like dark in kind of a funny way, like not totally overtly funny, but just like, that sucks, like chuckle. This one is more like, you guys have had a weird life up until this point.
This is wonderful. This is how it's perfect. This is how it should be. is how like it reads, like very much like.
I know, like instead of being like, this mom is insane, right? Are we all together in this? Like, no, you can't.
Right, exactly.
You don't automatically go to like this is over the top. Like, make her really over the top. Or something. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of is like.
I don't think the drawings do any favors the way there. Either.
Exactly.
The drawing so style literal. Except for. Do you think this is when Mrs. Dr. Phil realized she didn't know how to draw cats?
Yes.
Because like the rest of all the other things in it are pretty realistic, you know? Or
yeah.
Like
yep.
that style. And then all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck is that thing?
It's a really big mouse.
Yeah. Or like it's a Tasmanian tiger stuffed animal. It looks like it's a Tasmanian tiger.
Also, like the fact, this is like the thing that kind of also, I got really distracted by that cat, is the drawn situation is just, it's not quite right. And everything else is like hyper real. And then the cat's sort of like growing up with the kid, and then all of a sudden it's gone. And I was like, where's the closure? Like, I need like a little like kitty.
There is a kitty later when he.
I know there's a new
place.
Kitty.
Yeah.
But I want like, where's the kitty's ashes on the mantelpiece, or
or like the
kitty,
the fox, that fox video being decaying. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh, never mind. There's a like decaying fox video that people use to show the passage of time in art films. Or
that
something.
It decays?
Yeah, it's like a time-lapse video of a fox decaying.
Yes.
So he could have put that in there? I'm not sure what
right, like a rotting corpse in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. Or like a leg, just like a leg hanging there.
Or like them going to the cat's funeral, and then that night, as the child is weeping in bed, she sneaks in and has the song. Okay.
Yeah, it needs more scenes. The scene needs to be longer. That's the problem.
Also, they have a oddly like, I guess the repetition of the scene in the room over and over again where she's crawling on the floor. Then it's exactly the same scene when he's in his house with his baby, and it's like the same room. It's not a big point, but I was a little bit like,
are you suggesting that he killed her?
And he lives in the house now?
Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's more like the Giving Tree.
Exactly. Well, right.
Sitting on that stump,
Yeah. I can't give you this house until you take everything you can from me.
Maybe this guy built this house.
Is this the Giving Tree kid?
That little asshole seems like it.
This is his mom. This is why he went to go find solace in the tree, because his mom is super overbearing.
Yeah, what a needy guy, though. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He's getting it from every direction.
He's getting it from both ends. Is that what he's saying? That's what I was thinking the expression was, but that sounds like it's wrong now.
I don't think that's right.
I just saw Requiem for a Dream. I'm sorry.
Oh, fucking A.
So that's all we really have to say about Love You Forever. If you enjoy the show, please rate and review it and tell somebody you like about us. And if you don't like it, then tell somebody you hate. For a transcript of this episode, or any episode, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the address on your screen, and we will send you back a post-it note torn in half just to puzzle you. Until next time, good night, Mush. Good night, creepy old lady, and good night, book.
The end.